Welcome to another episode of Sharing a Drink with Matt, the album reviews. Today I'm talking to Dave and Chris from Crashing the Crapenters. Get off her!
Hello.
Oh, sorry, mate, I was just getting the dog off the other dog. Don't. She's on heat, I think.
Thank
How
you,
you guys doing anyway?
Matthew.
Chris, how have you been, mate?
You're looking more hirsute, more bearded since I think I saw you last.
Yeah, it's coming off on Friday. Well, not off, just groomed.
Yeah.
And
You,
just
you,
laziness, I
you
guess.
can keep it for a month and you can fill in for the Santa Claus at the shopping centres.
Yeah. Someone else said that to me this morning.
I can imagine.
No, I'm having a coffee. How's that?
No long neck?
No, not today. Oh, well, not. I'm still waiting for the wife to get home from the bottle.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to take I'm drinking coffee, so that's a good thing.
Some
Anyway,
explanation for the fact that you were drinking coffee.
yeah. The name, like, of a love renewed. Who came up with that?
Well, that's actually a line from a song that Dave wrote. That Dave, get your head in shot so that Matthew can be the culprit. From one of the songs we put out about 12 months ago called Write It Out. And I love the poetry of it. I like the fact that it's got the word love in it, which is unusual for a punk rock band to want to be putting love in the title of one of their albums. And what does that line bring to you, David? Before I tell Matthew what it means to me. You wrote it.
Well, it's in context. It's like in the context of the song. What's the line? It says,
of a love renewed, of a time to choose, all I've got to lose are these.
Yeah, it's about trying to just get your head up again, and see the good things in life. Like, and then it's an exciting time whenever that happens. So that's kind of what that line was about, I guess. Like, yeah, it's a time when you're falling in love with something again, whatever it might be. It could be surfing, it could be, whatever it is that you like to do. So.
Yeah. You wrote, Dave, Rise Up too, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess that's a kind of a similar thing too. Yeah, I guess it's just, when you're not feeling great and you're just trying to kick yourself into gear and, get your head back up again and keep moving.
Yeah, definitely. The world is, if you guys want to start like from song one and just do a bit of a breakdown.
Track one, side one, is a track called Runners High that I wrote and the boys and I worked up together. That's all about the endorphin pump that you get. Talking about that, similar. It's a little bit of it's certainly not a concept album by any means, but thematically throughout this record, a lot of the songs do deal with the stuff that you do to help you, to sort of lift you from times of trouble or whatever. And that song, Runners High, is about running, which I am a very enthusiastic runner. And just about getting your endorphin boost and getting your dopamine fix from running 14 kilometers instead of doing drugs or whatever else. A lot less come down after a good run, I find. Track two is I Don't Get Johnny Funk. Johnny, would you like to talk a little bit about the genesis of that track, seeing as how you wrote the music?
It was pretty much a jam session before we started rehearsals one day, and I was just playing a riff, and then the drummer at the time put a nice beat to it, so we kept jamming that. And then Chris came in the room and he said, "What the hell is that?" And we said, "Oh no, we're just mucking around, just something we made up." And then Chris said, "No, mate, that's not mucking around, that's our next song." So we said, all right. And then I worked on a chorus after that, and that's how it was born.
And so Dave had a song called I Don't Get It, that was bluesy.
Yep.
It just wasn't a really good song in its own right, but it was a bit bluesy and just didn't. And even Dave said, I don't know if it's going to fit with the band or whatever. And so one night at rehearsal, the guys were playing this funky jam, and I started singing the lyric to "I Don't Get It" over the top of this jam that we called Johnny Funk, and the two songs put together became "I Don't Get Johnny Funk." So that's the story about Johnny Funk.
Yeah.
Get Gone is track 3. It's another one of Dave's. Fucking banger. Like I'm really looking forward to people hearing it. Dave, would you like to explain a little bit more about your track Go Get Gone?
It's the same thing. They're all about the same thing. It's just like about escapism, and that one's about being sick of your routine and your everyday life, and just well, I mean, there's a line in it. It's basically pack a bag, get in the car, hit the road, and see how far you can get. That's basically it. It's just like you need to have a break from your routine from time to time, otherwise you go bonkers. And that's it. It's trying to run as far away from your everyday life for a short period of time.
There's a really good bridge in that song. It goes, it talks about getting away from your home can make you appreciate your home a little bit more. Having a little bit of, I think it goes,
Definitely.
my home, they give structure, all I own, but it's certain to stay true. I've got to break out and get loose. And every now and then, everybody needs a little bit of a little to get out and get a little bit loose. I know that my band certainly enjoy it. But it does, yeah. But it's made all the better by the fact that when you've got that home, it makes you appreciate your home even.
Yeah. Sorry, mate, I'm going to just move because the kids just got home. And
oh, you're right, mate. We got kids running around. I'm trying to get your kids to come out and pretty up the interview a little bit, but they're a bit shy. David's kids.
We're doing the homework.
I see you've got your Owen Guns t-shirt on.
Yeah.
Mate,
Hey.
I'd been Facebook friends or whatever with Sean for a number of years, but finally met him mid-year at the Punk F radio show, Punk Rock for Mental Health.
Yeah.
We played at the Mosh Pit. It was really nice to meet him finally. Don't believe what he'll tell you. He's not a bastard. He's a really good guy. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, no, we get along really well. Was in a 3-hour car drive with him. And those kind of drives, you kind of get to know people or understand them a bit. Look, he's been a great help for me past couple of weeks.
You got, was I talking about running? Are you going for a run now, Matt?
Hey?
You going for a run?
No, she made me go to the car and get the drink myself.
It's good that you can multitask.
Sitting a light somewhere. 2 lights. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. You got to do what you got to do. We'll start talking about Somebody to Believe In, which is track 4 on the record. Richard, you've been very quiet. Why don't you say something about Somebody to Believe In? I know it's one of your favourites. That's the song that
That was a rock and roll philanthropist.
That was a philanthropist song, and
That was great.
Both Tattoo and Nate.
That had a country vibe.
a little bit country rock, yeah, a little bit old country rock. But yeah, brought it into the rehearsal room to double dip with it, to put it out with the band as well. And the boys just turned it into this monstrous Rose Tattoo, Angels-esque type Oz rock classic. Yeah, looking forward to people hearing that too. Track 5 is Chains. It's another one of Dave's, and I'm happy to go on the record and say that I think it's the best thing that we've done. It's an amazing song, and Dave will tell you a little bit more about it. But,
More escapism.
Hi. Actually, no, it's the opposite. It's not. It's actually about realizing that there's nowhere perfect to live, and just accepting where you live and embracing it for all its faults and all the good things about it, and just going, yep, this is where I live, and it's for all its faults and all the good things about it. because I think we all love where we live, and that's kind of what that song was about. It was actually written in lockdown too. When I was like stuck at home, I was just like, well, if I wanted to be stuck anywhere, I'm glad I'm stuck here. So that's pretty much what it was. It's like about enjoying your home.
I love that song too. It's got an amazing chorus, which ends with the phrase, "Gonna watch it all rise and fall in the north winds that rock Maroubra Bay." And I'm a proud Maroubra local. We all pretty much are proud Maroubra locals. So to get a mention of one of our favourite place in one of our songs is really exciting. And I hope that all the other Maroubra legends and locals and misfits and get a chance to have a listen to it and enjoy it, because it means a lot to us, that song. So track 6 is "Fuck You and Your Phone," which was a single that we put out about 6 weeks ago, and it's done amazingly. Another one of Dave's. I think all the best songs on this record are actually songs of Dave's, but I think all of our best songs are songs of Dave's. But it's pretty self-explanatory. The single cover's got a photo of people walking around like zombies or looking at their phones, and that's the vibe and the meaning that I got from the song that Dave wrote, was just this reliance and dependence that we all have on our mobile phones, and how detrimental it is, and it's becoming to our society and to humanity, you know. That's that one. Track 1, side 2 is a song of ours called "Those Who Matter Don't Mind." That's a single we put out about 18 months ago. There's already 6 songs actually from this record out in the world, and I like to joke to people that this album's got more singles than Born in the USA, because we put 6 singles out along the way. But there are 6 unreleased songs on it. "Those Who Matter Don't Mind" starts the second side of the album. It's just about just do what you want, you know. People who give an opinion or frown upon whatever you're doing, it's none of their business. You've got to do all the stuff that we've been talking about, you know, the stuff that lights you up, the stuff that gets you out of bed in the morning. And even if other people don't approve, it doesn't really matter that much. And yeah, be true to yourself. That's the upshot of that song, and that's a song. It's one of my favourite songs. It's a bit of a sort of Dropkick Murphys, Pogues-esque, Irish type rocker. So a song of all of the songs that I've written, and I wrote that with Dave's help musically, probably the one I enjoy listening to the most, even still. Wouldn't say hello. Track 2, side 2 is a song called "Guilty as Sin," and that is that's a song about pedophile priests in the Catholic Church and the Catholic Church's efforts to sweep their heinous crimes under the rug. And yeah, it's just, I mean, if you know our songs, Vigilante and that type of thing, I feel and we feel that pedophiles are the absolute lowest of the low, and especially these people who hide their pedophilia, and this organisation that has helped them do it over the years under the guise of spirituality and religion. It's the lowest thing on earth, and that song reflects that. The vibe, it's a very, very dark vibe, very moody, very different to anything that we've ever done, actually. So lyrically very heavy. It's a real heavy lyric, and it's got music to match. So I think the next track is "For Tilly's Sake." That was a song that has been out of the single for a while as well. It's about a friend of mine's daughter who passed away due to suicide after a prolonged and extensive period of being bullied at a number of schools, and also online through media forums like Snapchat and Instagram. And my friend Emma, her mum, has become an absolute crusader for regulation and policing and monitoring of what is said and done on on those platforms as a way to try and turn something positive out of the devastating loss of her daughter. And I have the utmost respect for Emma and what she's trying to do, and was happy to contribute in our way to that cause. Track 10 is Ride It Out, which is another reggae, and that's another one of Dave's that we spoke about already. And I love reggae music myself, and I love our reggaes. And that gave me a chance to really, and a lot of Dave's songs, you spoke about Rise Up earlier. I think I've spoken to this about you to you about this. But Dave coming into the band, whatever it was, 5 or 6 years ago, because up until then I'd just been a shouter. But Dave is a musician first and foremost, whereas I am a poet and a wordsmith first and foremost. So Dave really challenged me to become a better singer, and he's done so again on that Ride It Out track, because it's long. Whereas all my songs are there's a million, and I appreciate the fact that Dave's done that for me, because it meant that really I've exceeded any expectations of the vocalist, and I'm still no Luciano Pavarotti. I've certainly improved a lot over the last 5 or 6 years from Dave having been in the band, from trying to sing his songs adequately. And Ride It Out, that it's got that line in the song that we've named the album after. It's an extremely important song to me, and to our band, to this band, Second last song it's called The Grieving Song, and it's just about, I know so many people, middle-aged people like myself, like ourselves, and grieving and finding a way to deal with loss, whether it be the loss of a loved one or the loss of a relationship, or a lot of us are losing parents and stuff at this stage of our lives, and it's just the grieving song. It's a ska song. I like to include at least one ska song on all of the records, and it's just about handling the inevitable losses that will come your way and how difficult it is. It was just something that I think that a lot of people can relate to. And then the last song on the album, I'll just wait till the local law enforcement pass before I talk about it. A song called The World's Broken, and we've chosen it to finish the record. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to it. I did send it through.
I can't put it in any category of music, that song. Like, it was like, don't get me wrong, I liked the song, but I just like, it's like, well, I can't. They've made up their own.
Well, that song, that song's a few years old, and it's undergone a few different transformations over the last 4 or 5 years. I think I wrote it during. I started writing it after listening to David Bowie's Black Star, and I said to Dave, I want to write a song that doesn't, it's not 3/4, it's not 4/4, it sort of goes 1/4, 2/4, 3. But so I wanted to write a jazz song, but that was punk rock. And I don't like jazz music. I don't know, but I wanted to just do something a bit freaky. And so Dave took a really crude demo that I had and ran with it and added a bridge and or a pre-chorus to it. And I think it was actually about the bushfires back in those days. But as time's gone on, it's just become more around the fact of the society and humanity and my inability to understand it and to understand us. Dave, you guys,
for me, it's got some sort of almost a Faith No More-ish feel at some stages, with a weird time signatures and changes and things like that. It's a cracker of a song.
Which I love that Faith No More comparison, because they're one of my favorite bands. And yeah, as I said, it sounds like if you're unable to categorize it, then it's obviously because having said, I wanted to write something a bit freaky and really uncategorizable. It's had a real positive response. The ultimate legend, Martin McGavin, has played it on the Highland FM Revolution show, I think, the last couple of weeks. He messaged me and said that it's got a lot of the regulars have sort of have said about how much they enjoy it. We've chosen it to close the record because it ends on. It ends. It's almost. I feel like it's like a TV episode back in the day when you used to have to wait a week. It feels like it's a cliffhanger ending to me. It's we fall, we fall, we fall, we fall, is how it ends, and it's a sort of to be continued. Dava, you got something to say about the world is broken?
No, not really. I think you guys summed it up very well. Well done, guys.
But it's definitely a song that we'll be looking to add to our live show when we start playing shows again early in the new year.
Are you going to tour that album, are you?
Mate, we will try and we will organise launch shows, even if we can just do Sydney and the Gong and maybe the Central Coast or somewhere like.
Yeah, that'd be good if it came down the Gong.
Yeah, well, we've had a number of aborted attempts actually to play down the Gong. I think every venue we book a show at closes down before we get to play them.
We had a COVID.
Oh, did you have Diamond Dogs on the bill?
Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, we had Diamond Dogs. We were the kiss of death to Diamond Dogs, unfortunately for that venue. But yeah, no, mate, we're hanging to get down the Gong. I know you were there the last time. You were there at that COVID show actually, and at the servo that we didn't get to play. And we've got a lot of friends down there and a lot of people who are really supportive of the band. So we'll definitely be looking to play a bunch of shows. Everyone, you get this stage of the year, everybody's tired, and so yeah, we're really looking forward to. We've got Aidan, the illustrator. I don't know if you know of his work, doing the cover art for the new record. He's doing that in December sometime. So for all intents and purposes, the album will be out early in 2024, and we'll be playing a bunch of shows around it to support it, to promote the record. So yeah, we're coming to a town near you, folks. So keep an eye out for us.
How was it?
And after that, we're
definitely.
A lot of people who are new to our band talk about the fact that we're quite prolific, and I need that. I need to be working on something creatively. So the next release after that will be our Species de Feces EP, from the French, meaning species of shit, and that's the theme of that four track. It does or it doesn't?
No, if you're going to say it in French, it would be species de caca.
It's caca.
Yeah, feces is not a French word.
Well, I might have to change it. No, but the whole reason I call it that is because of the Species de Feces 4-track EP that Midnight Oil put out soon after the release of
yes.
Sunset.
Yeah.
And that was, that you'd had 10 to 1 and Red Sails that were very technology based, with drum machines and produced by Nick Lane. And then you had this sort of back to basics rocking 4-track EP. And that's what I'm thinking that, a lot, with our species de caca might also be a little bit of a, more rocking and a little bit less diverse probably than this record, although I love our diversity and the fact that we're not scared to tackle any musical genre and massacre it. It's a bit more rocking and thematically it is sort of talking about humans and their shitness, basically, or using the French, their cacaness, David. So,
when you went in the studio this time, did you go in a different attitude than when you did the last project?
Mate, it was a different lineup to the last album. The last record had our great mate Jamie Burgess and our former drummer Freedon on it. And this time, the drums have actually been shared between Mitchell, who drummed with us for about 18 months, but has since left the band, and my big brother Michael. I'm very fortunate to have one of the best drummers in Sydney in my immediate family. So when a drummer moved on, because he family reasons and personal reasons and that, I had Michael to record the rest of the songs, which I'm very grateful for. But obviously when you get 5 different people or a different combination, the music is going to be different. And Dave and Richard and Johnny, hang on,
I was on bass.
No, yeah, you were on bass. That's right. But so yeah, Richard's gone from bass from guitar. Johnny's come in and brought a different sensibility with his bass playing to what we had when Richard, who's more of a guitar player, was playing bass with us and stuff. So we just I like each record is a unique snapshot of the combination that we had, whether it be the first record, which is just my brother and I, and me just going, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a punk rock record and see what I can do. Album number 2 had the vibe and the influences that came from those 5 people, and this album is the same. I compare it; it's 12 songs, and I've even because I know that apart from the Mighty Jam, the Clash are my favorite band of all time, and I'm telling people that this is like our combat rock. It's got side 1, which is a bit more rocking, a bit more confronting, and then side 2 where we branch out a little bit and play. I think one's a reggae and one's a bit softer, and there's a rocker, and then there's a ska song, and then there's that uncategorizable final track. So it's just we're a bit all over the shop musically.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, excuse me if I'm wrong, but like, when didn't Crash and the Crapenters kind of start off as a Clash cover band? Kind of.
No, we played Clash cover shows, but that was when we were playing shows. The band first started. It was just me. I just wrote songs all my life and never really had the courage to do anything with them until I was sort of 40 and thought, if I don't do something now, I never will. And then as I said, my brother who produces all of our records, and it was just me and him on that first record, and then put various incarnations together, and at the moment we are a 4-piece with my brother on drums. Any Sydney drummers keen for a gig next year, hit us up. Want to come and play with Crash and the Crapenters. So, but these things always work out. These things always work out. I'm going to play some shows late this year or mid this year with the amazing Craig Nelthrop from Apprehension Avenue on drums. Really appreciative of us. I wanted to name drop him and thank him once again for filling in. And just actually, I might put it out there. I hope if he's going to watch this, Craig, we'd love to get you back on drums. So if you're interested to continue when we're playing shows and stuff again. It's evolved. The sound, the music has evolved as the band has evolved.
Yeah. So total just went in there. Okay, this is what we've got to do.
Felt like we were on a date and we had one of those awkward silences where just very quiet.
No, just winged it, or went in there knowing exactly what was going to happen.
Are you thinking about this?
No, mate, we had jammed. We had these songs, apart from a few, we jammed them quite extensively.
Some of them we sort of,
and some we sort of, it was a bit mixed actually. We sort of, some that we jammed because we were playing them live, and then others we sort of got into the studio and just threw a bunch of shit at the wall and saw what stuck. And I like both methods of working. I like being creative in the studio, but it is also good for because I've got the song. I know the songs. I've got them just floating around inside my mind. So for the guys to learn the songs and get them tight and know what they're going to play before we get in the studio, it is good to jam them as well. Yeah, I like both methods of working and writing.
Yep. So guys, check up on, would it be Bandcamp, Spotify, when it comes out?
It'll be on all the streaming services.
Yep.
I've had a number of people actually ask whether all of our stuff is on Bandcamp, and I'm in the process of organising for everything that we've ever put out to be on Bandcamp, because that would be our preferred, because
you can buy it on Bandcamp.
You can buy the album and buy the songs. We're in two minds. I feel like I have to do a vinyl print of this album just because of how amazing I feel like the artwork's going to be when Aidan's done with it. So we will, but I'm of the understanding that there's like a 6-month wait for vinyl. So it'll be out on the streaming service initially. It'll be out on Bandcamp straight away as well for anyone who wants to support the band and fill our coffers. We're in a situation where the money goes more directly to us rather than the 0.013 cents that we get per stream on Spotify. You know, so yeah, everything will be on Bandcamp. Everything in our catalog actually will be on Bandcamp in the next couple of months.
Excellent. Excellent.
Awesome.
So, guys, you got any last words about the album?
Parting words, Richard. I've said
I
enough.
try to keep the reviews short so I can get them straight out.
No, we like that, and we like the fact that we'll be able to start plugging your show and you featuring us on it this afternoon. Is it? Yeah, you said.
Hey?
It'll be on YouTube this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unreal. You know, it's really exciting for us.
Yeah, Jeff's an amazing fucking. He'll just pop it out.
Mate, thanks for having us on again, and thanks to everybody who checks out the YouTube show. Check out all of our catalogue at the moment. Is on all of the Spotify and Apple Music and Deezer and Amazon or whatever, all the streaming services.
If you've never heard of these guys, start off with Rise Up and go from there. You guys, you won't be fucking upset.
Couldn't agree more.
Good music to mow the lawn to clean the house.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. That's a pretty strong place to start for anybody who's keen to give us a listen. Anyone who does, we really appreciate it. Right.
All right, guys. Thank
Cheers,
you
mate.
so much.
Nice to talk to you again, Matt. Go well.
You too, mate. Cheers, guys.